Thank you, Bob. You know, there's an old saying, don't judge a man till you walk in his moccasins. If there is anybody who is qualified to be a judge for a slam dunk championship, it is this man right here. What are you looking for, Doc?
Well, you know, we're looking for originality, obviously hang time, innovativeness, and then impact. I think something that, you know, gets the crowd into it. And that's very, very important for NBA Saturday, to get the crowd into it. The players that are capable of doing that, I think, will score the best.
What does a guy have to do to impress Julius Erving? Does he have to go out here and do cartwheels and flips? I mean, most of these dunks you've done before.
Well, I've done a lot of them, but, you know, there's always the possibility that something new might happen. And the way that the players are evolving, they're bigger, stronger, you know, healthier, and seemingly jumping higher. So there'll probably be some things that impress even a panel as distinguished as this group of former ABA All-Stars.
That gave me a little insight into how critical you're going to be when you notice they're using stickum and you want to know if that was legal.
Yeah, I wondered about that. I shook a couple of hands, and my hand got stuck there. And I said, well, just the guys who don't have big hands have to put a little stickum on. And I don't think it violates any rules. I'll check with Rod on a little later.
Okay, thanks a lot, Julius Erving. Back to you, Bob.
You can see it's going to be tough. And there's the defending champion, who's beat up a little bit from the NBA season, is not competing in the slam dunk competition, but he is certainly an interested bystander. Now let's meet the competitors, and here is Steve Martin.
And now, here are the contestants for the Gatorade Slam Dunk Championship. From the Utah Jazz, this 6'4" forward became one of the top rookies in the league last season, following a stellar career at East Carolina University, making his first Gatorade Slam Dunk appearance, Lou Edwards. Making his first appearance in the Gatorade Slam Dunk Championship, this 6'1" rookie guard has helped revitalize the Boston Celtics running game with his quickness and outstanding leading ability. Dee Brown. The youngest player of the NBA, this 21-year-old forward has gained a big following around the league with his wide variety of powerful dunks, making his second Gatorade Slam Dunk appearance from the Seattle Supersonics, John Evans. From the Houston Rockets, this 6'3" guard finished second to Dominique Wilson last year in his Slam Dunk Championship debut. The University of North Carolina's all-time leader in assists, Kenny Smith. Making his second Gatorade Slam Dunk appearance, one of the most versatile and creative young dunkers in the league, representing the Orlando Magic, Otis Smith. From the Indiana Pacers, he's quickly establishing himself as one of the most promising young inside players in the NBA. He's a native of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, Kenny Williams. Making his Gatorade Slam Dunk debut, he captured the Slam Dunk Championship at the NCAA Final Four in Denver last year. And now is one of the league's most promising rookies from the Charlotte Hornets, Kendall Gill. Also from the Hornets, making his second Gatorade Slam Dunk appearance, the Hornets' high-scoring backcourt man is one of the most exciting offensive players in the league. Ladies and gentlemen, 1991 Gatorade Slam Dunk contestant.
There are our competitors, and now here's the order in which they will compete. This was decided by a draw earlier. Kenny Smith will go first, and going early sometimes can be difficult because the judges aren't warmed up in how many points they may give. So being the first guy could be a little bit of a problem for Kenny Smith. And the last of the first group in the first order will be Kendall Gill. And here are the rules for the Slam Dunk Championship. 2 dunks in the first round, 3 dunks in the finals, and the competitors may replace 1 dunk per round. And I might mention, in the finals, they get 3 dunks, the 2 highest of which will count for their final score. Maximum score 50 points a dunk. These judges award 10 points per judge. There are 5 judges on a tenth of a point basis, 2.5, 8.9, etc. And the top 4 advance to the semifinals, and then the top 2, the prize money, $20,000 for first place, and down to pocket change in 5th through 8th for these rich NBA players. And here's Greg Sager.
Well, thank you very much. With me, two-time slam dunk champion, Dominique Wilkins. Dominique, before the competition starts, who do you like?
Oh, man, it's a toughie. Right now, I think Sean Kemp, by being with him this summer, he's going to be tough to beat. Of course, Kenny Smith is runner-up for last year, so he's going to be, a favorite here. But you have some crowd favorites here, which is Kendall Gill and Rex. I get Rex to cut my dunk, so I don't know if he can perfect them, but we'll see what happens.
Why aren't you in the contest?
Well, a couple of reasons. First is that I'm giving the young guys a chance to get the title. And two is I got to hurt my Achilles tendon. I got tendonitis, so that's the main reason why I'm not.
Well, enjoy the competition.
Rick Sager, and fellows, we mentioned this. You look at Kenny Smith here, he's going to go first. We mentioned the fact that the rising stars in the NBA, it's good for a league to have new stars. Obviously, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, and Dominique have been stars, but the David Robinsons and the young guys, the D. Browns and the Kendall Gills, have got to make their way into this league in terms of being stars. Here's Kenny Smith with his first of two dunks in the first round.
I think he's going to bounce between his legs off the glass and dunk it.
Behind his head. A runner-up left here. Not bad for an opener.
Now, if you look at this competition, you have a lot of small players. You only have really one legitimate big guy, that's Sean Kemp. And you know what I think that leads to? A lot of bounce dunks, a lot of passes off the backboard, a lot of creative things as we see Kenny Smith here. So I think you're going to see a lot of tricks tonight. Not just the power, but you see here is the between the legs, off the glass, 180 over the head. So Kenny Smith off to a good start.
Now that's you have the creativity there. Like you said early, you do not want to be penalized with a low score early. Let's hope that the judges appreciate what he does to the competition.
Kenny Smith waiting for his score. The crowd waiting. 48.5 is his score. They haven't told the crowd that yet, but that's an outstanding score, particularly early in the first round, because judges often slow to warm up. The crowd still has not been informed here. They will cheer loudly when they hear.
Now, last year, in the semifinals when he did that, they gave him a 49-8, so the scoring is not that far off. How about that for that same move?
That's exactly right. And he made that look so easy. It was hard for the crowd to even get into it. I mean, they make these dunks look so easy. That is a spectacular dunk. These guys are so good, it just looks like, well, it's just another simple dunk.
Here is Blue Edwards. A couple of dribbles and a behind-the-head jam, which doesn't impress as much as Kenny said.
That'll be about 44, 45.
May I point out, by the way, what we say, or what I say, and I'm sure it's good for here, not that impressive. We're talking relative.
You got to bring it down and then up and over. Like we say, sometimes the fans do not appreciate finesse. They want the thunder and the power of the grab and the slam through.
That was the uniqueness of Michael Jordan and Dominique. They had the finesse, but they also finished it with such power and grace. And they did things off the dribble. And I think that what we talked about before, you're going to see a lot of things off the dribble, passes, guys bouncing the ball off the ground. They're doing a lot of different things other than just the skywalkers.
40.1 is the score for Blue Edwards. So not as much as you want. Remember, there are two dunks here in the first round for each competitors, and they may replace one of the dunks if they choose to do that. Next up, Otis Smith, who finished fourth in 1988 from Orlando. Very creative guard. He had a kind of a mild from the crowd. The judges now selecting the score. And Rex Chapman will be up next.
But see, he turned the body. He brought it with his left hand. He's a right-handed guy. For him, he's saying, look, I'm giving you a roll in, not a major extension where he's up over the rim, but for a guy at 6'5", that was impressive.
Well, again, these guys are so good at what they do. It looks effortlessly. It's hard to get these fans excited unless you run late to the floor and jump from the three-point line now and do something.
41.2 is the score, placing Otis Smith currently in second place after three competitors. Kenny Smith with a 48.5 to open. Here's the hometown favorite, the University of Kentucky, Rex Chapman.
Rex Chapman won his first dunk contest at the McDonald's All-American Prep Classic when he was in high school, so he's been a champion before.
over the top of the rim, and he puts it through very easily. Right there.
See, the thing here is the toss. Once you get the toss, then you get your timing, get your steps together. And Rex Chapman is a 1-foot jumper. He takes a 1-foot stride and jumps off the 1 foot. Dominique Wilkins was a 2-foot leaper, and I think it made his dunks look more powerful.
So Rex Chapman waiting for his score. The defending champion Dominique Wilkins looks on to see a 45.5. Chapman in second place behind Kenny Smith, and these local hometown fans in Charlotte don't like the score. They want it more.
Now we got Sean Kemp. This will be interesting to see what he's going to come out of here with.
The top 4 will advance. There are 8 competitors.
He said that he only has 15 dunks. That's all.
He must figure he's going to get into the finals, and he's going to need them all.
He won the Jones Cup World Championship dunk in China last year. Now, you guys may have missed that. Everybody except for China, since Sean Kemp is about to dunk next up. And Sean Kemp, by the way, says he has some new stuff this year.
He's real loosey-goosey. You see him, he's real disjointed. This guy is going to go in all different directions before he dunks his basketball.
A powerful body. 6'10", 240.
Had a little trouble with the catch, but then a very powerful slam.
See, he's the favorite. So.
Imagine your opinion on that.
Well, you got about all these cheerleaders over here, all the NBA players are cheering for him over here by me. Like you said earlier, they like power, and he just gave him power, but also he's just so high and does it so easily. You gotta watch out for him. All these guys are making so much noise over here. He is their favorite. They want him to win.
Let me imagine. What was touching his chest and his number on the rim, was that part of the dunk?
And he's in second place, 47.6, Sean Kemp. So it's Kenny Smith, Sean Kemp, and Rex Chapman, 1, 2, 3 right now. We have remaining Kenny Williams, Steve Brown, and Kendall Gill. Kenny Williams, a North Carolina native from Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
Well, this is Michael Jordan's favorite to win it. He said, look out for Kenny Williams, so we'll have to keep our eye on him.
This is raw, explosive talent. He's 1 year junior college player. That's all he had before he came into the league. Signed at University of North Carolina. Prop 48, never played. Ended up in junior college, and everyone says, explosive jump.
Oh, the windmill. It's a power dunk, but following Sean Kemp.
A little surprising. That was pretty mellow for Kenny Williams. He must be feeling a little jittery. He wanted to make sure he got one under his belt.
Played safe.
Right.
Went on the first one. That's right. Now watch where he brings this one from. Good extension. That's not bad.
You know, these fans really can't appreciate these dunks until you see them in slow motion because you don't know where that ball's going. I mean, that ball's going over his body, down to his ankles, up around. He hook dunks it. It's so quick, all you see is to release it into the basket.
Speaking of power dunking, how about the man tonight, Carl Lowe, talking to Joe Dumars on the far left, Luke Livingston in the lower left hand. 42.3 is the score for Kenny Williams.
So you have to be really careful not to get too conservative, though, because you get yourself, then you need an astronomical number to get yourself into the next round on your second dunk. So you have to, you have to be real careful.
Here's Steve Brown. I remember Steve Brown. Long arms. Very, very big hands.
I think he's going to come out with some stuff. I hope that he goes on in the competition. Maybe I'm rooting for him because I think he's got some spectacular dunks to show us tonight if he's here long enough.
Slam dunk champion at the Orlando Classic coming out of college in Jacksonville.
I'll say he perfected all of his dunks on 8-foot basket.
Oh, he's pumping his shoes up.
Oh, there you go.
There's first of all, he's got the favorite right there. He's pumping up his shoes.
That's worth about $1 million to it right there. Another high toss and lob and Ripper.
Come on now. Come on.
I love it. He's 6'1" now. That was spectacular.
That's it. Listen, Dominic.
Now he's letting the air out.
There you go. All the NBA guys on that front row over there, they're up there with Ben. Dominic Wilkins really appreciated that
Well,
one.
hey, here's showmanship right here. I mean, you got to give him some points, but you got to laugh out Maurice Lucas there.
Appreciate how high up he gets on this catch.
His head almost hit the rim.
And the double clutch on the pump by these guys. off.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson, the feeling over there.
Well, hey, all these guys went crazy for that dunk just then. And like you said, Dominique loved it. And I love when he pumped himself up. That was the greatest. So he might have scored some points just on pumping himself up.
38.2. That puts Brown in second place. It's Smith with 48.5, Brown 48.2, Kent 47.6, Chapman 45.5. So our final competitor, Kendall Gill, has got to exceed 45.5 to bump Chapman and move in to the semifinals. And remember, there are 2 dunks each. We'll add up 48.5, 48.2, 47.6, 45.5, and unless Kendall Gill gets into that group, as we have one more round of dunks here in the first round.
Now, Kendall Gill loves to dunk with his left hand. He loves to take off and ride and dunk with his left hand. Let's see if he does that. I grew up watching Michael Jordan play with the Chicago Bulls. He really mimicked him a lot.
This is the jam. Remember, you can replace a dunk in this if you miss, and there's Greg Chapman. Excuse me, putting on. Kendall Gill as the standings would bump Greg Chapman out of that fourth place advancement for the second dunk in the first round.
I sense he's a little nervous here. He's walking around a little jittery. He needs to get this one down just to calm himself.
Good grip on that ball.
When you get nervous, that ball gets real sick.
Here he goes with his replacement. That's a good mover. We've seen some similar styles of that kind of dunk from Michael Jordan in the past. Now we have one more dunk in this round.
Now this to me is more finesse. You see, he's got the lead in, the lean in, and then the hammer up over the top.
This was a safe dunk right here for Kendall Gill to get himself going, to get himself and keep himself in the competition. But he's going to have to come up with something spectacular to be able to get into the next round.
If you look at the judges on the sideline, Danny Brown, Bobby Jones, Billy Zerby.
You know, and say what, I played in the Philadelphia 76ers, and one year we had the greatest dunk line and warm-ups of all time. You had Will B. Free and Darryl Dawkins and Julius Irving and Jordan McGinnis. I mean, it was unbelievable. That's why I always shot layups. I mean, I had a fingertip dunk, and there's no way I was even going to attempt it. We had unbelievable dunkers on that team.
Only 40.1 for Kendall Gill. So going into the second round, Gill and Edwards are tied for 7th and 8th of the 8 competitors, both at 40.1. The top 4 are Kenny Smith, Dee Brown, Shawn Kemp, and Rex Chapman. Now these scores do get added together for this round. Second dunk, first round, Kenny Smith.
See, I don't know how these guys go over to sit on the bench and not keep them getting stiff and then have to come out here and dunk. I guess that's useful.
Kenny Smith with a power dunk, a reverse behind the head jam way above the rim.
I don't think he's going to get high numbers on that. I see that to be in the 44, maybe range, maybe 45 max. He's got to hope that first dunk carried him.
Well, remember now, you see, this happens so quickly. You see, he brings it down in the legs and then up over the top. But the judges have been very difficult, low scoring on this type of a dunk.
Right.
So Kenny Smith, the runner-up to Dominique Wilkins, you saw him on the goal sideline. 42.3, you're right, not a high score. After a 48.5 to start, now a 42.3 to give him a 90.8 total. The total of these 2 dunks will advance 4 of these competitors into the first round. Lou Edwards next.
I would have to think the strategy in this competition, obviously I'm not a dunker, but I would have to think that you would have to bring out the best dunk you have as your second dunk to try to get you into the next round.
Absolutely. Because Blue's first 40.1, he really needs a massive dunk.
Pretty tough for that round. That's hard to do. At East Carolina, in a team competition, Blue Edwards shattered the backboard there. Said he won the contest because he was leading at the time he broke the backboard.
You know what, though, when you look at Blue Edwards, he's a very low-key player, okay? And as a result, he doesn't bring a lot of flair to it. You see this dunk, he does a lot of things.
There's the pump.
But he doesn't have a lot of flair. He's very low-key. And as a result, I don't think he's going to get high marks for what was a very good dunk.
And did not have, remember, he had only 40.1 on his first dunk, so he's going to need a lot here. Probably not enough. 44.2 for Blue Edwards. He is, by the way, the late invitee to this competition, as he replaced Dominique Wilkins, who was the competition, with 84.3.
You know what they said? They said they want hang time, they want style, innovation, and they want the creativity part.
Plus the little flair. I mean, don't underplay what Steve Brown did before the game. Play into the crowd.
That's right. With Smith. Off the glass, power jam. Now, Otis Smith had 41.2, so he likewise is going to need up near 50 to probably advance. And have that very high score. Probably won't get that high.
I feel this is just too conservative.
Yes. You got to go for something spectacular, even if you miss it and you get a replacement dunk. But go for something here to really try to knock the socks off the judges.
Absolutely. So what if you miss?
You got to replace.
Otis Smith gets a 41.8. So Blue Edwards, Otis Smith going to have trouble advancing to the Clyde Drexler. And now Rex Chapman.
You figure if Rex Chapman gets another 45, he's probably going to get into the next round. It looks like Sean Kemp, Rex Chapman, Kenny Smith, and then probably Dee Brown are going to be the guys to advance if they just do anything here.
the first time, but 86.9. That probably will not advance Kenny Williams to the Final Four. Here comes T. Brown.
T. Brown only needs 42 to move past that.
Right, T. Brown had 48.2 in the first.
I think he's got long arms, big hands. There he goes, pumping up again. Look at his catapult shoes on there.
A two-handed windmill reverse jam for D. Brown. That's strong. A power dunk from the top.
You have to appreciate that move for his size. Okay? Now, that's a thunder dunk for a guy at 6'10".
Well, he's the same height as Bob Neal. Can you imagine Bob Neal doing that?
I'm dreaming. Leave me alone. Yes. Just landing this year.
He's only 6'1".
That's unbelievable.
44.2. That's going to give 92.4. And that will put D. Brown currently in third place. So it's Kemp, Chapman, Brown, and Kenny Smith with 90.8. So Ken Gill has got to exceed 90.8.
He can't do it. If he gets a 50, it's 90.1. So he can't do it. I hope he gets off a good. Yeah, you'd like to see him here in front of his hometown crowd really do something well.
Unless he gets a 50.5. No, it's got a 50.5.
I would say, Joe, the first time you're in a competition, I don't think you can really perform the way you normally can because there's a lot of nerves and there's a lot of pressure on Kendall Giller. This is his home crowd to do something spectacular. You see the bounce and the dunk.
And Kendall Gill is certainly not going to advance. We're going to have Kemp, Chapman, Brown, and Smith. Kenny Smith, the old man of that. So the youngsters are really showing their hands here in the 1991 dunking competition with Kemp and Chapman, Brown, and Kenny Smith. So Kendall Gill comes up with only 81. 40.9 on this dunk. So it's Kemp, Chapman, Brown, and Kenny Smith who are going to advance to the semifinals of the Gatorade Slam Dunk Competition from Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte Coliseum, Charlotte, North Carolina, moving into the semifinals of the Slam Dunk Competition. And here are the semifinalists. Sean Kemp with 95.8, Rex Chapman just under him, D. Brown 92.4, Kenny Smith 90.8. But remember, throw those scores out now because the scoring is not cumulative. 2 dunks each in the semifinals. They can replace 1 dunk. Rex Chapman talking to Dominique, he told us right before the Slam Dunk Competition that he had been talking to Rex Chapman about some of his dunks.
You know, last year he did the flip of the ball over his head, you know, catching it, dunking. He also did a lob, catching it one-handed, slam dunking. It'll be interesting to see how he steps up here.
Off the glass, bad bounce. Now he's checking with the judges to see if this is called a replacement dunk.
Is it? I don't guess he attempted it, right? So
That's right. One hand off the glass.
that's a spectacular dunk. You got timing, you got power, you got everything there.
Next up, Kenny Smith.
Here's the timing, the bounce off the glass.
Very difficult to catch the ball with one hand in this situation.
Again, he's a 1-foot takeoff jumper, so he's going to get his explosion off his left leg. That's his takeoff leg. The timing, beautiful dunk.
And a 48 for Rex Chapman. That's strong. Tom Baker, but these folks also love Kenny Smith, all-time assist leader at the University of North Carolina. Kenny Smith, the runner-up last year. Dominique Wilkin had a spectacular opening dunk.
Well, last year, you know, once he advanced to the semifinals, he did a lot of lobbing and catching the ball one-handed, two-handed, 360s in the air. Another lob.
Oh, yeah. A full 360 on the catch and jam. That'll have to get big numbers.
great timing.
Yes, it is. You know, appreciate the catch. Then the 360.
Gets his steps together. You see him right now timing it up. He gets the ball at the height. Takes it right to the basket. Beautiful done. Concentration. Look at him. The eyes focused right on the basketball.
Judges now completed their tabulations. Kenny Smith gets a 46-6. A little disappointed.
Judges over there.
That was a full spin in the air on the catch before the jam. Whoa.
I guess if you want to argue, you can go argue with Maurice Lucas about the judges.
Maurice, my friend Doug, would like to chat.
Yeah, hey, Bob Neal's got here. He'd like to talk to you about the judging.
Sean Kemp now.
It is. First dunk.
On the semifinals. First jam for Sean Kemp. That's some big power. That board is still rattling. Our camera, our slam cam.
Somebody flipped it over his head first, went behind his back over his shoulder and caught it.
How about the fact that he came up on the other side of the rim? Now remember, this is a flip over, and he catches it, comes up on the other side.
John Kemp, one of these two-footed power dunkers.
See, he's got style, too. You know, you see him out there, and he's playing to the crowd. You see him right now. That's important.
48.3.
See, that's important.
So Chapman and Sean Kemp are really battling here. Kenny Smith only a 46-6 on his first. Remember, the scores are not together. This is the semifinal round.
I'd say our judges are all in
And they're sitting right there, facing these guys, looking at them.
What's Steve Brown going to come with this time? You see he's got 48, 48, 46-6 ahead of him, so he knows he's got to come with something good. Look at this guy. He's got like one hell of a fat on his body. He's like just one muscle.
his first two, he's got a lot of poise.
So Magic and Dominique love it, but they're not the judges. Let's see what the judges think of it. I like it. How about it? Is that 48 or better?
I say it's 46 to 47.
I'll tell you why it might not get a high mark. Because they've been very consistent. Despite
49-6.
Oh, my.
There goes consistency. That's the highest point total of the night for Dee Brown and puts him in first place in the semifinal round. You heard Magic Johnson. That's a Dominique dunk. Rex Chapman with his second dunk of the semifinals.
That was a shot.
Yeah, that was.
Not the fact that it wasn't an outstanding dunk. The fact that the judges really stepped away from their consistency.
Come on, sexy Rick. He's going to do something spectacular here. He's at home. He knows he got to have some big time.
He gets a replacement. Now he knows that this is his last shot.
Go for it. He's finding out if that's a miss. You got to go for it. You got to go for it. You got to go for it. It doesn't matter. You got to go for it. Go.
You're hearing Dominique and Magic Johnson.
No tomorrow. Grab it and come up. Is that what he's going to do? Grab it and come up. He's going to swing from our camera up there, and he's going to...
He had to move the camera up.
Come on, sexy.
Oh, it's big bounce and a full spin to go to the reverse jam. Let's see what the judges think. They surprised us with their Dee Brown story.
That was difficult because he comes out from under the basket. Now this watch this. He comes out, here's a possible right there.
Oh. How do you judge this. Look, these guys, Eric Duncan is sensational. Look at this.
There's our Lula Gap shot, which we had to move up so he didn't jam it. Only a 46, a very disappointing 46. The crowd does not like that at all. A total of 94 points for Rex Chapman. Be tough to get him ahead of Brown.
I think that he got a little scared off after he missed that first one and went for a little easier. I thought maybe he should have went for it because he's at home. He got the crowd in his hand, and he probably would have made it. Now, everybody has to remember, I can't do any of these stunts, so I'm impressed by all of them.
I think that makes three of us over here.
In my dreams, I only wish I could do this. But it's sensational. Here comes Kenny right now.
Kenny Smith needs about 49 on this stunt, but he's looking at guys who's got 48-3, 49-6 ahead of him, so he needs to throw about 49 here.
Well, last year at this time, he did the lob with a catch, two-handed from my hand.
Double clutch jam. But I'll bet it does not get enough.
Well, you know, I thought Rex Chapman's stunt before that was a little more spectacular. He got a 46, so if they're consistent, you're going to look somewhere between 45 and 46 on that dunk.
All the way down to his knees. Back. What a reverse. Kenny Smith, the second dominant move of last year. Kenny Smith sitting there beside Kevin Johnson. A 41.3, a very low score for Kenny Smith. You see the hurt on his face, 87.9 his total, and that certainly will not advance him to the championship. Looking very much like Kent and Brown.
There's some pressure right here.
Yeah,
Pressure on two. And pressure on Pete Brown.
The lob, the bounce, the windmill jam from Sean Kemp. Really hard to beat that.
Yeah, you like that, Dominique? You like that? I know that. I tell you, it's something over here. Huh? Oh, it's nasty. That's really playground basketball right there. That's
Sean Kemp, the youngest player in the NBA with that windmill jam.
you know tomorrow everybody on the playground gonna be trying it. Me and the YMCA breaking their ankle trying to do something, you know.
47.3 for Sean Kemp. That gives him a total in this round of 95.6. Rex Chapman has 94. So to advance, Steve Brown will have to have a cumulative score of better than 94. Steve Brown had a 49.6 on his first.
All right, here comes Steve Brown.
Needs a better than 44.5.
Uh-oh, he's going to his elbow. He's pumping it up. You caught in that showmanship, didn't you? Oh!
Now he gets a replacement. He's going off the glass, back into the jam. John Sally looking on along with Clint Livingston.
I wonder if Kenny Smith's last low score scared him a little bit, knowing what he needs.
He's a 44.5. Kemp has Chapman. This is his final attempt. That would have been an ankle.
Man, come on. If anything comes out, that's the one right there tonight.
Let's see if they're right.
Is it up there to give him 50 all day? All day. Oh, my goodness. How little that man is. Oh, man. He's playing his leg. Everybody at home, don't try that. Please don't try that. These are like get hurting or something. That is unbelievable.
The voices of Patrick Johnson and Dominic Wilkins. They're impressed. Let's see if the judges are equally impressed. A 48.4. That will So Brown ends up with a cumulative 98, Kemp with a 95.6. Chapman gets eliminated, and it'll be Brown and Kemp in the dunk-off for the championship in the final round coming up right after this. Along with the voices of Magic Johnson and Dominique Wilkins, Junior Brown, Doug Collins, this is Bob Neal and Charlotte. We're going into the finals now of the Gatorade Slam Dunk. It's been exciting this year. I think some more creativity shown this year overall than we saw certainly last year. E. Brown and Sean Kemp. E. Brown is 22 years old, a rookie. Sean Kemp is in his second year, but only 21 years old. Youngest player in the NBA. Rex Chapman, Kenny Smith get eliminated. So it's Brown and Kemp going into the finals. Now, before you go to the finals, we have a coin toss at the center of the floor. And the coin toss was won by E. Brown, who elected to go second. And that means Sean Kemp will go first. And Magic Johnson and Dominique Wilkins on the far side over there, you fellas are the stars of today in the NBA. And for this league to continue flourishing as it is, there have to be new faces. We're seeing them emerging here in 1991. Sean Kemp.
The dunk contest one time, and the other ones I knew. You see D. Brown, outstanding. Sean Kemp is going to be one of the superstars in this league in the years to come. But this is exciting for all fans because you haven't seen any of these guys before, so you get a new breed of guys. Oh, we get started. Oh!
This is, remember now, 3 dunks in this one. The 2 highest scores will count, and you get a replacement dunk. So this will be Sean Kemp's replacement dunk.
He's coming from out of bounds. He's about 6 feet out of bounds.
That ball bounced behind the backboard. He grabbed it and jammed it. Let's see how it scores.
Now catch it, he's out of bounds by about 6 feet.
Oh. Sean Kemp and D. Brown. Now, Sean Kemp, only 21 years old, youngest player in the NBA. D. Brown, rookie out of Jacksonville, Boston, is about to go next. Sean Kemp it's interesting here. We've got the big power, and we've got the finesse and style and creativity of the 6'1" D. Brown, and only a 44.3. These are the finals. Remember, the previous scores do not carry forward.
First up, for D. Brown.
Getting a little help here.
D. Brown is resting the ball on the back of the backboard with help from Dennis Scott and Cliff Levingston.
Now this is what you would expect to see in the finals of the dunking contest.
Bring it all out.
How about
I think he's going to dunk one and then grab the other one and dunk it, I guess. Here we go. D. Brown out. Oh!
He can't get it done, but he gets a replacement.
I'll do it again.
You got to go for it. I mean, that's a spectacular dunk. That's creativity. You get the numbers and dunk. You throw that one out.
Hey, go for it all.
And he has showed us how difficult it is. That will be a replacement dunk. You get 1 replacement dunk. But in the finals, you get 3 dunks. Only the best 2 scores will count. So Sean Kemp had 44 and change in the first one. That will be thrown out if he exceeds that in the second. So you're going to see Brown. This is a replacement dunk.
He's not a rookie, though. He's not a rookie. No way he's going.
I find it interesting on his move of how he gets that hand back to get the ball.
I think he's trying to dunk his first ball with his left hand and then grab it with his right.
Right. You got it.
Right there you go. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got the left dunk and bring it down with the right. It's easy for us here at ground level to create all these things.
And it's a nice play to play.
Let's see what the judges will think about it. Here it is.
See, really, the dunk was not clean. That was the ball hit the rim. That was creative. I got to give the young man credit.
Absolutely. 48.1. And I think deservedly so. 40 attempts. Remember, 3 dunks. He's already had his replacement now. 2 extra
Kemp can't throw that first one out.
Kemp has moved about 95 feet away. He is far at the number. Often we've seen the Dr. J's and the Michael Jordans on this kind of approach lead from the free throw line. Now, that's the
Last year he did this. He ran up and he took off, but he was inside of the foul line. He did it with the one hand.
So whoever wins this, we're going to match him up against Super Hugo from the Hornets. There you go.
double clutch with one hand, leaving from just inside the free throw line.
Now, see, it's important for him to get a good number on this because he's got a 44, which is a low number already. So if he has to keep that 44, he's going to be in trouble.
I see he'll make the catch with one hand and bring it back in and up again.
There it is. That's spectacular. You're talking about a guy 6'10 and a half. Look at him. Great. Look at that. Look at his leg. He's standing behind him. That's beautiful.
And he gets a 48.
That's good. That was a good done.
Remember, the highest score of the night's been a 49-6. The judges awarded no penalties.
Now, he did it originally and knocks it down the field. You'll miss him bringing the ball back over his shoulder.
And also his trail leg curling up behind him like a high hurdler. Now see, D. Brown actually right now has a .1 lead over Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp at 48, Brown at 48.1. So he's actually 1/10 ahead now going into the second dunk.
Good lob and a big turn before the jam. Magic and Dominique liking it, as are their peers sitting to the left. They're the judges, George Gervin, Danny Roundfield.
Oh, yeah. Let's go back here now to Kenny Smith. Left side of the dunk. D. Brown a little bit higher, the elevation. He's a little bit better. And, they were consistent below that 44.
And the Scott Cliff Livingston looked at that. 46.4. Disappointing number for D. Brown. Second dunk. 3 dunks in the finals. D. Brown's already had his replacement. Remember, only the top 2 scores will be added up. The lowest scores will be ultimately thrown out. Unbelievable. Yeah. John Kemp threw that one under his arm. You heard Magic Johnson say he didn't think that was it.
I think he had to go to the one that is the most unbelievable one, and I don't think that was it. I think D. Brown has shown more creativity trying to run on the basket, and I think that he's got it won right now because of that dunk right there. But you must understand that the judges all use the dunk themselves, so that's why the score has been low.
If he doesn't get a 46-4 there, he's already lost.
Yeah.
He gets a 45.7.
So D. Brown has already got 46-4 and 48-1. He's actually already the winner because Kemp throws out the 44. If my math is correct.
Remember, 3 dunks. The lowest score gets tossed out. The best 2 count.
Oh, okay. So it's over.
D. Brown about to put the icing on the cake. His 3rd dunk. No replacement coming though. Had a replacement earlier. Watch ball. You see how far away he is. Oh my, that's the cherry on the sundae. John Kemp knows. Everybody knows. D. Brown, 22-year-old.
Oh, man.
Watching light as eyes.
The blind dunk. He's got the Johnny Mose. Pull the plug, let's go home. Turn it out.
The no-look dunk.
He's been watching the champions. He's polished already.
I tell you, Johnny Mose, the former Celtic announcer, would probably like to be called that way.
So D. Brown electrifies the crowd, and it's the beginning of a new order here at the NBA. 49.6 on that third dunk. That ties for the highest point total of the night. And here's the clear-cut winner. Sean Kemp agreed. Magic Johnson, the defending champion, Dominique Wilkins agreed. And Dee Brown is going to get the trophy at $20,000. And 6-1 wins the Slam Dunk Championship. We'll be right back to Charlotte.